Okay, hello everybody, it's Lou. We're going to try another Oasis song. This one is Stop Crying Your Heart Out. The chords are going to do B minor, D, E, G, A, F sharp minor, which we'll go ahead and do right now. The B minor, you want to go second fret, cover all the strings with the index finger, third fret, second string with the middle finger, fourth fret, fourth string, ring finger, and fourth fret, third string with the pinky. That's your B minor. Then we're going to do a D chord, which is second fret, third string, index finger, second fret, first string, middle finger, and third fret, second string with the ring finger. That's your D. We're going to do an E chord, which is first fret, third string, index finger, second fret, fifth string, middle finger, second fret, fourth string with the ring finger. And that's your E chord. We're going to do our G, which is second fret, fifth string, index finger, third fret, sixth string, middle finger, third fret, second string, ring finger, and third fret, first string with the pinky. Okay, we're going to do an A chord, which is second fret, fourth string, index finger, second fret, third string, middle finger, and second fret, second string with the ring finger. Okay, then we're going to do our F sharp minor, second fret, cover all the strings with the index finger, fourth fret, fifth string, ring finger, and fourth fret, fourth string with the pinky. That's your F sharp minor. Okay, a couple of things on this video. One, I'm not 100% on the lyrics. There were differences when I listened to the song on YouTube. Not big differences, so it won't make a big difference. Also, in one area there's a G chord. You're playing a G chord, for instance, and I have another G chord in parentheses. It just means, in my opinion, it would be a bad suggestion to pick your hand up and start playing the second G chord. So whenever you see a G chord in parentheses, that's just my way of saying, in my opinion, which probably doesn't mean much, you might want to lift your hand up and start playing a second G chord. Okay? There is a riff that we're going to learn right now, and then we'll go over again at the end of the song. But at the very end of the song they do a riff, and I just want to go ahead and do that for you. And I do it as a D chord, and I'm trying to figure this out on my own, so it may not be 100% right. And you really don't need index finger over here, so you can do it as an almost D chord, but it doesn't really matter. Actually it does, so let's not use the index finger. So let's back up. So just take your second fret, middle finger on the first string, and third fret, ring finger on the second string. That would be the best way to do it. Then do 2, 1, lift your middle finger, and do 1 again. Okay, so 2, 1, lift the middle finger, 1. Okay, you do that twice. Then you do it a little bit different. You're going to do 2, 1, lift your middle finger, 1, lift your ring finger, 2. So let me say that again. 2, 1, lift your middle finger, do 1, lift your ring finger, do 2. Okay, so, and then put your both fingers back down and do 2, 1, middle finger up, 1 again. Okay, so you've got that's the first half of the riff, and this is at the very end of the song. The next part of the riff is the same thing. 2, 1, lift your middle finger, do 1 again, and you do that twice, actually 3 times, but we'll call it twice because it changes a little bit on the third time again. So, okay, so down on the third time, 2, 1, lift your middle finger, 1, raise up. This is like we did before. Your index finger, do 2, put your index finger back down again, and your middle finger back down on the second fret, first string, and do 2, 1, lift your middle finger and do 1 again. And then just lift your ring finger, do 2, put your ring and finger back down on the third fret, second string, and do 2 again. Okay, so from that second half, let's do it again. That's once, twice, down comes the changes. Open first string, lift your ring finger, open, second fret you're picking, put your ring finger back down, third fret, second string, pick it again. Put your middle finger back on the second fret, first string, pick it again. Lift your middle finger, pick it again. Lift your ring finger, pick the second string open. Put your ring finger back down on the third fret, second string, and pick it again. So, the whole thing this is the second half of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The intro is B minor twice, and I have it as two measures of 4. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 again. Then you go into the first verse. So the intro sounds like this. Okay, then you start the verse. Okay, so after the intro, you're going to do B minor, D, E, G twice. And remember, I don't sing, and this is a song I wish I could sing. But here comes the verse. Okay, then we're going to go right into the chorus. And just so you know, the last G chord of verse 1 plays also in the beginning of the first chorus. So, again, I wish I could sing this song. I will do the best I can so that way I can post the chord changes. So you're on that intro. Hold up. Hold on, sorry. Don't be scared. You never change what's been and gone. May you smile. May you smile. Shine on. Shine on. Don't be scared, don't be scared, your destiny may keep you warm. Okay, then we're going to go into the first chorus, and I have that as D, A, G, G, D, A, E, G, and that's one of those areas where I have the G chord in parentheses. And I'll show it to you when we get to it. If you watch my fingers, you'll see me playing a G, and then lifting up and doing another G. And that sounds like this. Okay, then you're going to go in verse 2, so you're on that last G again. Because all of the stars have faded away, just try not to worry, you'll see them someday. There's your second G. Take what you need, be on your way, and stop crying your heart out. And that last G chord plays for a while before they go into verse 2, which is B minor, D, E, and G, and that sounds like this. Okay, then we go into the next verse. So I backed up a little bit. So you're on that last G still. And remember, verse 2, B minor, D, E, G. So you're on that last G. Get up, get up. Come on, come on. Why you scared? I'm not scared. You never change what's been done. This G chord again goes into the chorus, which is D, A, G, G twice, and that sounds like this. And then we go into an instrumental. So here we go. Okay, the G plays for a long time again. Sounds like it plays for 2 measures and then it goes right into the instrumental. So again, you're on the last G chord. Because all of the stars have faded away. Try not to worry, you'll see them someday. Take what you need, be on your way, and stop crying your heart out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to back up a little bit because I'm going to actually, while the intro is playing, call out the chords that are playing to you, or the instrumental is playing. So I did back the video up, and the instrumental D, A, G, and then the second G, and each chord sounds like to me it's played for, I believe, 1 measure each. So let's go ahead and listen to it. That's the last G chord. D, A, G, G again, D, A, G, G, then you go into the third chorus. Okay, so that's how those chords are done. Each one of them is played for a measure. So the instrumental, you're on that last G. So the instrumental starts on a D. A, G, G, D, A, G, okay, the third chorus is D, A, G, G twice, and that sounds like this. Okay, then we go into the fourth chorus. So again, you're on that last G of the instrumental this time. Just all of the stars have faded away. Just try not to worry, you'll see them someday. Just take what you need and be on your way. Stop crying your heart out. Okay, then you go into chorus 4, which is D, A, G, G again twice. And then we're going to go into what I'm calling an outro, and then the last instrumental, and then that little riff. And that sounds like this. Okay, so I'm going to back up the video again a little bit. So the last chorus, you're on that G again from the third chorus, where all of the stars are fading away. Just try not to worry, you'll see us someday. Just take what you need and be on your way. And stop crying your heart out. Okay, now that last G on the chorus goes right into the outro, which is E minor, F sharp minor, and G 3 times. And there's a pretty quick, to me it seems like an anyway, chord change from the F sharp minor to the G. And that sounds like this. Now remember, I did back the video up a little bit, so here we go. Okay, then we're going to go into the last instrumental and then the riff. So you're on that last G from the chorus 4. Then you go, stop crying your heart out. Stop crying your heart out. Stop crying your heart out. Okay, then from that last G chord, we go into the same kind of instrumental we did before, which is D, A, G, G twice, and each chord has 4 measures to it. And it sounds like this. Here's a D, A, G, G again, D, A, G, and then you strum the last G 1 time. Okay, so basically you've got D, A, G, G, but the last G is 1 strum. So you're on that last G from the outro. So 1, 2, 3. D, A, G, okay, and this is when they do the riff, which sounds like this. Okay, now the way I have it, and this is just me trying to figure out how I would play it, you can either do just the D, the A G again, the double G really. Or you can do our riff, which is, okay. Anyway, I goofed the last part out. Let's do it one more time. That's what happens when you're a beginner. So I'm going to put down, when I put up the annotations, you can either do the instrumental again or the riff. Okay, so let's go with the riff one last time, just to give you an extra chance of figuring out what the heck I'm saying. So what I'm doing is I'm going 2nd fret, middle finger on the 1st string, 3rd fret, ring finger on the 2nd string. And I'm picking I'm picking 2, 1, lifting the middle finger and picking 1 again. So 2, 1, lift the middle finger, 1. I'm repeating that. 2, 1, lift the middle finger, 1 again. I'm repeating it again. 2, 1, lift the middle finger, 1. I'm lifting the ring finger, doing 2, putting the ring finger back down and doing that 2, 1, open, 1 again. So. Okay, so you've got lift your ring finger, do 2. Put your ring finger back down on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, do 2. Make sure your middle finger is back on the 2nd fret, 1st string, do 1, lift it up and do 1 again. So that whole part. Okay, and I'll try to lift it, actually post the tabs. And then you're just going to do that whole thing over again, just like we just did. It only changes at the end. This is where it changes. Do the 2nd string open once, and do the ring finger 3rd fret 2nd string once. That's how it ends. Okay, that's it, everybody. Good night. Hope you enjoyed the lesson and you learned something. All right, take care.